We are building a cute little quaint A-frame cabin. If you watched our last video, Cory and I built the base. This took us an afternoon and we were able to put together the floor. We are not anchoring this to the ground because we do want it to be able to be mobile. We can't wait to show you what we have to work on today. Cory is utilizing the joiner. The point of the joiner is to make one edge or both edges of a board flat, straight, easy to use. With our boards that came from the sawmill, we need to do this in order to have straight boards. The plan is to run the boards through the joiner and then put them on the table saw and use that one flat edge against the gate in order to cut the other edge to be straight as well. We should end up with mostly straight boards. They are a little bowed. We don't believe it has to be perfect. Okay, so lay out the boards how I want them to look?
Yep.
Okay.
Good side up.
This is this. I need a... These ones are a little bit more. This will be the edge one. This will be the floor? Yes.
Hi, Squid.
Do you want this rotated 180?
How is my Lydia doing?
So that the bar-
You don't want to put the other side up?
No.
Oh.
I prefer this side.
You're so smart.
I have to say I do put a lot of thought into the placement of boards. I did the same thing when we were installing tongue and groove boards at our large off-grid cabin in the woods. It just means a lot to me to have the boards exactly how I want them, and I love that this is kind of my thing that I get to take charge of. You think I should do them on the outside the whole way too?
Yep.
Every single one?
Yeah.
Wow, I got an assistant.
Yes, absolutely.
Hi, Squiddy.
Here to serve.
We ran the boards through the joiner. We ran the boards through the table saw, and still we have a gap. So we're gonna clamp it. What are we doing?
Yeah, we got a bar clamp. We're gonna pull it straight, and then hopefully that does the trick.
Floorboards are rough sawn, so we have this cool like bark accent here on the floor and on the edges.
Premium.
In there, yeah, this is premium.
Rough
Honestly,
lumber.
Cory's being silly, but I actually really like this. I like the look of the, I don't even know what to call it, rotten wood. Is it just rotten?
Yes.
Was spalted. Spalted, that's the fancy word.
There you go.
We have spalted flooring.
Ceilings.
I think it's really pretty. Cory says it's not going to be quite as sturdy, but I mean,
Are you guys
I think
putting a
it's just
skylight
fine. So it's going to be like really steep. Really, really steep. And we're going to have tin or steel, whatever it's called. Is it tin or steel, the panel, the roofing? Steel roof?
Whatever you want.
It depends. There's two different types.
Okay, well, we're gonna have whatever's cheaper, metal roof. And then one of the panels is instead gonna be like the plastic, poly, whatever that stuff is called that they use a lot of times for greenhouses. So it'll be like one whole panel of skylight. And over here, we're gonna have a window. Because my grandpa stop it because my grandpa was working on a house and they ordered a window and it was the wrong size, so now I get the window and we're putting it over there. And then over here we're gonna have a rounded arched doorway that will probably be kind of like a small, you'll probably have to go like this to get in and out because it's gonna be so steep. So it'll be like a little hobbit rounded door that you open.
Our four-wheeler.
How did she convince you to do that? That's a long way. You came a really long way.
Alright, Dad, I'm gonna go to the island right there and see if I can find
Darling, I know
How's that for tight?
it's hard to
Looks
let
perfect.
go. Soon I will hold you again. Longer days when I'm away, but we'll both
The board's going that way. That's where the inside of the A-frame is going to be. And then for the outside little deck, we're going to have the boards go this way.
you brought my stomach cannot
Beautiful. Some comments from people saying that we should have made our deck 4 feet instead of just like the 2 feet that we're gonna have. John. Oh my God. But the reason we decided to go with 2 feet is because it's not really gonna be a deck to hang out on so much. The roof of the A-frame is gonna be very steep and it's gonna hang over the deck. And so if you were actually gonna put a chair there, it would only be able to be right in the middle of the deck. If you put it off to the side, then you would be hitting like the ceiling. You'd have to sit like this. So it's just a short little deck that you could sit on. If you walk up to it, you could like do one of these.
Stack firewood on.
Or stack firewood on, but it's not really like a rocking chair deck. But if you wanna see a deck with a rocking chair space and like a hangout, so loud. If you want to see a deck with a rocking chair space and like a hangout area, that's what we're going to be doing at our cabin in the woods in our other series of cabins that we're building. Or cabin that we're building. John, thanks for all your help.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh.
It's too short.
But this one's prettier.
It's short.
But it's prettier.
And then we gotta splice 2 of them.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so then this one goes. Oh, oh. Oh. See? So did it. Professional deck builder. Just don't show them up close. They're like really coming down.
See, they are gonna crash.
They're really low. So this is how tall the cabin is.
That's pretty cool. That's
This
pretty.
is how much space we have.
How much space you have?
That's really small.
That's like a triangle. Good job, Lydia. It is a triangle.
See, now if you had even like 3-foot walls, you would increase the space dramatically.
Now it's huge.
Right.
Then you gotta get way up.
That's a lot of ladder. So we think the consensus is we are going to add 2 or 3 foot walls so that we have a lot more space. We knew it was going to be small, but I think it's just going to be too small with the 8x8 flooring and then the pitched roof at it's about 10 feet. So this is how we're going to do it. Thanks for holding it up.
It's what the kids would say, dope aesthetic.
Dope aesthetic.
That's the word I created.
That might be even old. It's what's slang for cool?
Lit.
Lit.
It's fire.
It's fire.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is gonna be fire. We're gonna use these boards here as our patterns in order to make this arch times 9. So this is 1, we need 8 more.
Yeah.
We need 8 more boards cut like that. No, we need 16 more boards cut like that. I can't talk. We need 8 more arch thingies for our roof. And then we're gonna have to build walls. I think 2-foot walls would even be good. 3-foot walls would be stellar. You could like sit up against the wall even then.
Might take away some of the A-frame aspect of it.
That's true. 2-foot walls. Should this A-frame be a hangout area? Should we turn it into a sauna? Or should we put a bed in there and make it like a little guest house? Or something else?
The creative.
Oh yeah, it could be like a studio, a creative studio.
Another one, mother-in-law suite.
Or a mother-in-law suite. Let us know in the comments what we should do with our space. Because we honestly are still I kind of want it to be a hangout spot, but I also want to be able to stay out here. But now that we're actually doing it, I'm like, wow, you could use this for all these other cool things. I don't know.
Darling, I know it's hard to let go. Soon I will hold you again. Longer days when I'm away, but we'll both pretend to be bold. Darling, I've never been bold. Flowers you brought my stomach in knots. You never seem to be scared. My heart's on pause whenever you're
The last time we were out here screwing in the boards, we were running low on screws. So we have boards we still need to put more screws in so that the floorboards don't warp. And then we are going to be cutting our 2x4 framing to build our 2-foot wall for our A-frame piece to actually sit on top of. We decided to go with that, and I think it's gonna be much nicer that way.
All right, we got to cut the top and bottom plate. Like Jodi said, we're going to make the wall 2 feet tall. So we're gonna cut our top and bottom plate 8 feet, and then 16 or 24 inches on center for our 2-foot pieces.
We were thinking we would install the floor and do all the framing in the same day, but that didn't happen. So it's kind of been stressing me out because I feel like it's gonna rain and ruin the floor. I really don't want the floor to be ruined. So we're kind of trying to just get this done really fast. Also, we want it to be nice. That's how I'm feeling.
Old clip of cabin with tarp on it. Insert here.
On the other cabin that we're building, our off-grid cabin, we were like, oh, we'll just have plywood floors. That's kind of in and it's like cheap and cool. So we plan on just using the base plywood floor as the cabin floor. And so when we put the floor in, we're like, it'll be a while before we frame it. We'll just tarp the floor. Won't get wet. It'll stay nice. But the tarp was stretched too thin, we think, and the water seeped through and held the water on the floor and definitely made the situation worse than if we didn't tarp it at all. And the floor, it's just not pretty. So we're putting flooring in the other cabin. As I'm walking on it with dirty shoes.
Oh my goodness.
We will travel many miles. Will we ever see home again? Waves they tower, screams get louder. All I need is your hand in mine.
One of the challenges that we're really facing with this cabin build is we decided to go with rough sawn lumber, and not just any rough sawn lumber, like the rough sawn lumber that
The reject stuff.
nobody wants. Rough sawn lumber in general is a little bit less perfect. It has a lot more character. I prefer it in a lot of ways to regular like store-bought lumber.
Big box store.
Big box store lumber. This is better. I like the rough sawn, home sawn lumber for a lot of reasons. But like I said, we went with the stuff that nobody else wanted or that was gonna like be thrown away or burned anyways. So we're trying to make the best cabin we can from lumber that isn't necessarily considered usable by a lot of people. I think that's a little bit silly because it's definitely usable, but it's extra work. Our framing boards are not straight.
Or the same thickness.
Or the same thickness. And our floorboards have bark on them. And like that causes cavities and cracks. And I like it.
Flush.
Can you hold that one?
Ah!
It's time to stand up the walls. No, let's do one and then the other. Let's do it together. Wait, I want to help. It's a wall raising. It's like a barn raising.
All right.
Ready?
Raise it up.
Oh, help me. Gotta do it together.
I don't need to help
It's
you.
symbolic. Symbolic.
Symbolism.
Yeah. When we started this cabin build project, we had a vision in mind, and we've definitely already changed the vision a lot, but I think that's just part of the process, especially because I think I came up with the basis of what this is gonna look like and like the basic design, and then Cory was like, okay, let's go with it. This upcoming week, we will also be going to our main cabin that we are building, the big off-grid cabin in the woods. If you want to be notified when we upload new videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button and then that little bell button that's next to the subscribe button. Click that so that you're notified.